Hi everyone, it is Lilly Douse here and I am at the AIBC 2023 here in Asia. Also at 𝐒𝐿𝐴 as well, so we're doing everything related to blockchain over here and also the metaverse. So I'm joined by Katie from Metaverse XY. I'm going to say Z. I'm sure some people say Z as well, but I'm going to say Z because I'm British. So Katie, why don't you explain a little bit about what you're doing within the metaverse?
Yeah, so my angle in the metaverse space is more in the business side of things. So I do work with a lot of tech projects in Asia as part of, the advisory board, like how to scale a company from bootstrapping to at scale. So it's been a struggle.
Amazing. That's very interesting because actually I did some work with a sports agency and we were discussing the importance of the metaverse within sport. And it took a while to really put the two and two together on both sides. I was coming from all the metaverse side. They were looking at it from the sporting side, but there's so much that can be done that's one example of an industry. But how are you trying to bring the metaverse more into commercial use?
Yeah, it's like a 360 if we discuss about the metaverse, right? It is an immersive world where it's you in a form of avatar, you can play, shop and do business there, but we're not there yet. It's still early on. We're definitely 10 years out. So I think right now it's a lot of building of infrastructure, make it really easier to the next phase. But right now, as far as what can you do? It's mostly the sports industry, the fashion industry are dominating right now because it makes sense. It's easily, they can utilize it right now. A lot of projects that we've seen in 2021, they all disappeared because the reality is we all wanting to shoot to the moon, but does that really make sense at this point early on in technology?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's taking them tiny steps to actually see what works, what doesn't. And we're going to lose a lot of projects as we gain a lot of projects. It's a massive learning curve. Like I was speaking with director of Binance earlier, and we were saying Binance has only been around 6 years. And it's an established brand, people know of it, it's a global name really. So something like the metaverse, where will it be in 6 years? We're going to go through a lot of ups, lots of downs, similar to most crypto projects have gone on. But that's where the metaverse, it's very important to support each other, to work together and just see how we can potentially create a global metaverse or something for each industry that at least has their own metaverse.
Yes, absolutely. I have a few friends that really creating a beautiful metaverse world out there that's really makes sense for brands. But again, the struggle is 2022, majority of VCs, they're not really reaching goal. Like they're not, they're not there at 20%, even like an adoption or saturation. So it is a little bit of a struggle. But at the same time, in any emerging technology, it is a risk that we all take, right? It is definitely a long-term game. So as an entrepreneur, you have to think, like, do you have the funding or do you have the skill sets or the mindset to even make you last for 10 years? It is a long play and it's very difficult when the metaverse kind of covered by AI. Everyone's talking about AI and it's not a thing anymore, right? So you as an entrepreneur, you're going to question like, am I going to continue doing this, right? But I know it's going to happen in the next 10 years. But again, that takes a lot of funding for your project to survive.
And picking up on the AI part that you've just mentioned, do you think there is opportunities for AI to accelerate the formation of the metaverse, especially in terms of developing metaverses, etc.? Do you think it can support that?
Absolutely. AI is there to automate everything. It actually speed up the process of building when it comes to customer experience. Let's talk about the e-commerce world when it comes to the metaverse, right? The retail is really ahead of the game. You've seen Gucci, who's very successful in their activation on Roblox. And you think about it, if we're talking about avatar and you need AI and algorithm to really make that customer experience, and then we're going to have mass adoption. So AI is a huge part of the successful launch of the metaverse once we're there.
I actually love your honesty about this as well, because I think so many people within the realm of the metaverse want to promise the world and say, we're going to be doing this, we're going to be living in a metaverse. Whereas you're saying we are quite far off of that. But that's why it's exciting to be at events like this. I think especially gaming. people don't realize what a door to open into the metaverse that can be, because they really are accelerating the graphics and the experience. So how do you think we're going to be able to actually reach the masses in terms of adoption when we do get there?
You know, there's so many layers when it comes to Web3, right? Gaming is so ahead. I mean, that's why we have a big conference here at Sigma. And it's winning. It's already, people are making money. I mean, I have kids at home where I do see charges in Roblox, right? So it is something that's, they're way ahead than any other industries in a Web3. But when it comes to mass adoption, I think the real customer to the metaverse and Web3, we are not above 40. That's not us. It's the Generation X, right? That's their world. They would rather hang out with their friends, talking virtual. I mean, that's their world. That's their community. So we are not the right person. So that's when, you know, it's very common for them to just have friends and they don't want to hang out. It's sad, right? It is sad, but that's a reality. It is the world they live in, and that is their world. So once, you know, the 40s were always going to be grumpy. Like, I don't want to be in the metaverse. That's weird. I would rather have coffee with my friends, which is true. That's what we're used to. But for the up and coming kids, it's all virtual reality and hanging out in the immersive world.
Yeah, it is very true. It is scary. I think even for people over the age of even 30s, it's just a different world, and we have to appreciate that things change. I always say to people, it's a digital revolution and times change. Imagine 20 years ago, someone said you'd be glued to your iPhone everywhere you go, or a phone everywhere you go. You'd be like, no, I won't. I'll be able to put it down. I spend all day with my phone. It's my little baby almost. If I lose it, I would cry probably. So it's a realizing that times change and we need to be part of that. But then it's also, as you said as well, how do we make sure still that the metaverse doesn't take over people's lives and supplement reality too much? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, things change, right? I was just discussing earlier in my keynote, the digital transformations change. Like the speed of adoption is just shrunk to zero. I mean, back when we introduced the technology in the market, it would take TVs 37 years to have market saturation. But now, the last few months, ChatGPT got 100 million users in just 60 days, and Threads, competitor of Twitter, got 100 million users in just 5 days. That's less than that's less than a week. So our world is going to change, and we're heading towards that immersive world, whether we like it or not.
For some people, that's going to be scary out there, but I think for most of us, it does excite us. That is why we're all at events like this, where we really are pro innovation and things changing. So you joined us here at AIBC today. What have you enjoyed from the event? What are you looking forward to from being here, Katie? Yeah,
I love the globalness of the audience side, and I'm always interested in the gaming world, the esport. I mean, this is an amazing event, and it's the food and the networking is amazing.
We love to hear it. Of course, the food is very important. Wherever we go, we have to stay fueled up so we can discuss everything about AI and blockchain. That's the most important part for all of us. And of course, the metaverse as well. You know, we need to be fueled up to do that as well. But it's incredible to have people like you here discussing, helping us to build as well. Because as I was saying earlier, right now, AIBC is a smaller segment and we want to build it. So any companies out there that are looking to build with us, please come on board. If you're a metaverse company, we want to expand because we want to help people grow. We want to get adoption as soon as possible. So Katie, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at AIBC and have a lovely day.
Thank you so much, and super honored to be here.